Florida State's women's spring golf season is just about to tee off. They've brought back the entire team from last year along with talented newcomers, which means every player has to bring their A game, not just in tournaments, but in each and every practice as well. James McKettrick has more on the team.
The smell of fresh pine, the sight of grass crafted to perfection, and the subtle touch of a warm summer's breeze by sand and water. For many, this sounds like paradise. For some, it could be a nice walk spoiled from your opening drive. For the Lady Noles, this is just part of the game they love to play. But with a team comprised of players with a Sports Illustrated appearance and an All-American selection, the frustration shown may just be on their opponents' faces instead. But the Noles aren't just bringing talent to the tee, but the mind frame to be successful in one of the most frustrating sports ever to play.
I think it's really important to stay in the moment, and that's one thing that our coach stresses every day. And in golf, it's so easy to get ahead of yourself or get down on yourself if you're not playing well. So I think just go one shot at a time and really put everything into that one shot.
With some fresh new faces in the mix this year, it has not only brought in more depth to the team, but pressure on every player to bring their A game each week.
Having 11 players, you're never safe. You never feel like your spot's safe, and I think that's pushing everyone to practice a lot harder, and you can see more competitiveness just in qualifying week to week. We're a team, so we try to get along as best as we can, but push comes to shove, you might be looking at your teammate going, hey, it's you or me this week, and you're going to try and grind that out.
There's competition. So anytime there's competition, there's pressure on each of the players. I wouldn't say there's any tension amongst the group because they all know, they're very excited that there is competition this year because it's going to make each of them better. There's quite a few players that have the opportunity to play, so every time they go out, they're going to have to bring their A game, otherwise they'll be sitting at home.
The fairway isn't always so fair either, especially when it comes to the style of grass played on. And with almost half of the team's roster recruited out of country from France, Finland, Colombia, and Switzerland, some adjustments needed to be made.
They are slightly different. I think it's mainly because of the grass, because here it's Bermuda and mostly in Europe it's bent grass. That was a change when I got here last fall.
The international players, they can't play golf and go to school at the same time over there. They want to come to school in the States because they can't get their education and play at the same time. Occasionally there's some language barrier. The good thing about golf is they have to communicate with each other, whether they're from the US or from a different country, and the universal language that they use is typically English. Obviously there are a lot of American slang words that we use that they have to get used to, but language barrier is not too bad. We learn a lot from them and they learn a lot from us.
We asked Matilda if there was anything she told herself to help her stay so focused before each round of play. While I'm not an avid golfer myself, I couldn't pass up the chance to get helpful tips from senior veteran and 2014 All-ACC player, Alex Milan.
Yeah, you got it.
Should I just swing and then you correct me from there?
Yeah.
I wasn't terrible.
That's not terrible. So what I want you to do is try and put the majority of your weight on your front foot, and then I want you to keep it there throughout the swing.
I went on my back foot.
You did. This time I want you to try and have a more athletic stance. Just relax your arms and just kind of let them hang.
Let them hang.
Wherever they hang, that's kind of where you want them to be. Oh, look at that.
That's in the hole, baby.
It's perfect. I don't think it gets better than that. There you go. Good job.
I'm coming for the PGA Tour.
The late Robin Williams once explained his theory on why golf is scored in strokes. Because every time you hit the ball, that's exactly what you would have, a stroke. But the women's golf team doesn't seem fazed as they come back this year with a drive and chip on their shoulder till the last putt. For Seminole Sports Magazine, I'm James McKettrick.
Our women's golf team will be playing in the Florida Challenge this month in Lecanto, Florida, but we'll be back home to play at the Southwood Golf Course on February 13th for the Florida State matchup.